Hello, this is one of introductory presentations to the event Opportunities of the European Green Deal and EU Macro-Regional Strategies, organized by European Union Strategy for Adriatic-lonian Region Pillar Coordinators Environmental Quality and Interact Program. The event is a part of this year's Mediterranean Coast and Macro-Regional Strategies Week, moved online. My name is Vaivali, and together with my colleague Ilza Ciganska, we are welcoming you to this event. You have seen three inputs to the event provided earlier by Mrs. Metka Gorešek, State Secretary of the Ministry of Environmental and Spatial Planning in Slovenia, and two colleagues from Director General for Regional and Urban Policies, Mr. Sander Hapert, Competence Center Smart and Sustainable Growth, and Mr. Giacomo Luciani, representing Unit Macro Regions, Transnational, Interregional, External Cooperation and Enlargement. Now, this input will be provided to us by Mr. Carlo Franzosini, representing Adriatic Protected Areas Network. This network is an active partner in the implementation of the EU strategy for the Adriatic-lonian region, but also to support cooperation in Western Balkans. Carlo, the floor is yours. Welcome.
Hello. I will talk about EU external dimension, the cooperation in Western Balkans, and the European Green Deal. I'm Carlo Franzosini, taking part to AdriaPAN, the Adriatic Protected Areas Network. The Western Balkans are an integral part of Europe and a geostrategic priority for the European Union. This was reaffirmed in March 2020 when member states endorsed the new methodology for enlargement and decided to open accession negotiations with Albania and North Macedonia. It is of key importance to the EU to continue fostering the stability and prosperity of this region. The various services inside the EU are closely cooperating to the macro-regional development of the Western Balkans. These are DG Research and Innovation, mainly, DG NEAR, and the Joint Research Center, especially in the forthcoming IPA 3 program. A very good sign are the National Innovation Fund initiatives that are being developed in Serbia, Montenegro, and North Macedonia. Within the next weeks, the European Commission will present an economic investment plan for the Western Balkans. The plan will be implemented mostly in the context of Horizon Europe. It will be based on the Western Balkans agenda. This is an analysis on innovation, research, culture, education, youth and sport. The agenda has been outlined, discussed and refined with the stakeholders since early this year. The agenda builds on the lessons learned from the Horizon 2020 performance reviews, policy support provided, and the ERA progress monitoring, the ET 2020 indicators on education. This agenda for the Western Balkans is fully aligned with President von der Leyen's Commission priorities and its ambition for Europe to be a stronger global actor, including supporting reforms in its neighboring areas. In line with the EU priorities to be set in the upcoming economic and investment plan for the Western Balkans, this agenda aims to contribute to stimulating a sustainable economy, transforming the national research and innovation ecosystems, counteracting climate change and supporting the digital transformation, nature knowledge-based societies, enhancing the quality of education and training, boosting human capital development, improving mobility and connectivity, supporting the cultural and creative sectors, fostering regional cooperation. This agenda will require the full support from the EU member states and Western Balkans partners, in particular via the Western Balkans Steering Platform, creating opportunities to contribute to its design and facilitate its implementation. During the lifetime of this agenda, Commissioner Gabriel will reach out to each partner in the Western Balkans to discuss its progressive implementation. This agenda is structured along 3 axes: political, regional, and thematic. The aim of the agenda is to contribute to the closer integration of the Western Balkan partners with the new Commission priorities, most notably the Green Deal, digital transformation, and the economy that works for and connects people. What has been done in environmental cooperation yet? The EU strategy for the Adriatic-lonian Region, OSI, is a macro-regional strategy adopted by the European Commission and endorsed by the European Council in 2014. The OSI covers 9 countries, 4 EU member states, Croatia, Greece, Italy, Slovenia, and 5 non-EU countries, Albania, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, Serbia, and the Republic of North Macedonia. The strategy was jointly developed by the Commission and the Adriatic-lonian Region countries and stakeholders, which agreed to work together on the areas of common interest for the benefit of each country and the whole region. AdriaPAN is among the stakeholders which participate to OSI activities, and in particular in Pillar 3 workshops on environmental quality. And there you get the map of the AdriaPAN members, which are mostly marine and coastal protected areas of the whole Adriatic region. 2 topics are identified as pivotal in relation to environmental quality: the marine environment and transnational terrestrial habitats and biodiversity. The last thematic strategic group OSI meeting took place in September 2019 in Isola, with the goal of further developing the project ideas that are connected to the preservation of the environment, marine protected areas, and sea life. The event held a guided discussion about European Group of Territorial Cooperation as an effective tool for cross-border marine spatial planning. It was concluded that it is important to share multi-level governance on transboundary level, to be concrete in actions for better quality of life in future on shared coast and sea, to capitalize what is already achieved and known and use it in further actions. MedPAN. Since 1990, MedPAN is the network of managers of marine protected areas in the Mediterranean. The network aims at easing contacts between marine protected areas, giving them support in management effectiveness. It promotes and implements cooperation programs and strategies, improving MPA's effectiveness. And this is the map of all the marine protected areas taking part to MedPAN network. It covers the whole Mediterranean. The MPA Networks project, led by MedPAN, has a budget of around 2.7 million euros, and it is co-financed by the European Regional Development Fund in the framework of the Interreg Med program of the European Union. It is led by MedPAN and gathers 9 other partners, mainly MPA management bodies in France, Italy, Croatia, Greece, Slovenia, Albania, and Spain. AdriaPAN is the future development of AdriaPAN, and it will be the operational network for Adriatic and Ionian marine and coastal protected areas for mapping protected areas capabilities, for an overall better governance, for networking, for sharing opportunities. It will try to provide some regulation and redistribution of flows of visitors, and it will develop and share a charter for sustainable tourism in this area, also taking into account the ecological footprint of transport to reach tourist destinations and the network of protected areas. There is several documents made available mostly by European Commission. And here you get also some indication for the Western Balkan engagement of European Union. You get some information on Ozark Pillar 3 workshop and the MPA Networks project. I thank you for your attention and look forward to meet you in the next event.